is a powerful nation, but our world leadership has not inspired others in the way that FDR and JFK once did. Therefore, Americans have much to learn from Atatürk. But sadly, again, the vast majority of Americans do not even know Atatürk's name. Now, one of America's chiefs of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, thus the head of the United States military, the late Admiral Crowe, said he knew of no other military leader who faced such challenges as Atatürk and overcame them. Unlike most Americans, Crowe knew that Atatürk handed Churchill his hat at Gallipoli, and Admiral Crowe noted that in the later Turkish War of Independence, Atatürk raised and trained an entire military from scratch, indeed creating on the fly the industry to support that military, then succeeded in gaining independence against multiple Western powers. But it is Atatürk's actions off the battlefield that could be most instructive to Americans were we to actually study it. Atatürk said to the many Australians and New Zealanders, and of the many New Zealanders and Australians who died in Turkey under British command, quote, "After having lost their lives in this land, they have become our sons as well." Contrast Atatürk's noble olive branch offered to Australians and New Zealanders with Prime Minister Erdogan's failure to even acknowledge the death of Turkey's own Barkan Elwan, killed by Erdogan's own police. Now, I know that you know the history of Atatürk, but American fundamentalists, the religious fundamentalists, the many American theocratic politicians whom I write about in my book could learn from the founder of the Republic, because it was Atatürk who separated religion from state, gave women voting rights early, granted equal marriage rights, dramatically increased literacy, with compulsory secular education, instituted civil law, and in so many ways directly defied religious conservatives in a way that should be instructional in America as our separation of religion and state crumbles before us. Americans can learn from Atatürk, who said, and I quote, "Freedom and independence are my character, and I wish it to be the character of my people and our nation." Now, that sounds like a perfect tweet, don't you think? And you know, there are some who say Twitter mitter. But Atatürk said freedom and independence. And it just so happens that I have his quote ready for you to tweet right now. So please, take out your phone. And you can retweet it. There is my Twitter handle right there. We tweeted this quote last week in Ankara without the permission of Erdogan, and we do not seek his permission now. My Twitter handle is Sean Fairclough. Let's please retweet Atatürk's words in memory of Barkan Elwan, who lost his life. Now,